Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Fire and Maneuver and to this possibly 5th video. Now, I have an idea in mind of just deleting 2, 3 and 4 and just have a jump from 1 to 5 because now I've actually had enough. So we're gonna go on the attack. So in case I've deleted those and this is the second video in the series you see, basically, I've been repeating what happened in the first video over and over and over again without feeling that I have the powers to push forward. And as things go along, like I am able to bring up my army groups, but they are also able to bring up their army groups. And we keep being in this stalemate and not really moving forward. But now I feel, in the 5th or the 2nd video, that I've had enough. So I'm gonna risk it and I'm gonna go ahead and attack, because the worry I have is, as I move forward now, which I probably should have done from the beginning, is that these armies will move in on me and they will take this road behind me, and since we've got a strong point, this castle here, I am at risk of being cut off. But at this point I do not care. So the Sachudo army will be moved into the attack. We have no reinforcements available. However, we've got 5 strong infantry units and a really good cannon. So I'm still confident, and the battle meter of Battle of Yamato, finally we're gonna battle with a different name, is still it's a 50% roughly. And as we saw here really quickly, these guys have been suffering attrition. So this is the best chance I'll got. If I keep waiting, God knows what's gonna turn up in the north, and we'll never get anywhere. So, with that said, this might be a bit disorienting, maybe, if I go ahead and delete all of those videos. But I definitely keep the campaign moving this way. With that said, let's go ahead and fight the Battle of Yamato. And here's our battlefield. So the important bits are, we've got, looks like, some soft cover right here. We've got some heavy cover here. Great high ground for my cannons to stand above. We've got some high ground here. But it's one of those where you have to deploy a lot of troops, because you can fire from a lot of areas towards it. So moving up could be dangerous. We also got some fields. Don't really see me going much out here, possibly with the cavalry. But I'm thinking we'll establish a line kind of along this road with a strong point anchored in the village here. And then the artillery in the back, and we'll see how that goes. As we can see, the enemy I feel has kind of done a mistake by placing the cavalry behind the infantry. But we can also see that they have suffered attrition on a lot of units. So this one's lost 2 companies there, another 2 companies, this one's lost 1 here, 2 here, this one's lost 3, but that company has 6 companies in it. So we can see a lot of the shogunate forces are broken down quite a bit already. So we have, comparatively, I have lost 3 companies for my army. With that said, let's go ahead and quickly move into position and strike at our foe. So we're gonna go confirm here. I'm gonna bring this entire column up. It's gonna march it towards that way. I'm gonna march you towards that way. You over there, and then I think we'll push you straight across the road, and then the cannons will move quickly along the roads. I put the cavalry over here. I probably should have put it on this side, because he's gonna have more of a movement and range over here. And with that, we'll end turn. We fast forward. I'm gonna see a little bit what the enemy does. They're moving their troops forward. Interestingly here, they move a unit up forward here, kind of blocking this one, which could definitely have marched a lot further. There's a lot of companies in that regiment right there. I wonder if that's a thing that I can do later on, like add companies to my regiments. And also, I haven't mentioned it before, but like, this is kind of a Japanese civil war, right? So it's not that strange that they're playing Civil War themed music, but it definitely sounds more like the American Civil War, right? Right, let's go ahead and end turn. Continue to move forward here. They're moving all their troops into open formation, which is kind of interesting. They're not moving a lot of these into line. Also, the enemy cavalry has now broken through. I mean, the cavalry, having them on the front line first, moving quickly towards me, would force me to move into line earlier, and I wouldn't be able to move as fast up into these important positions, and the enemy would have gotten a lot further forward. But in this case, that's not what they did, and most of the cavalry is stuck behind line. They have one of these traditional samurai cavalry that's moving forward, but that's about it. And I've taken the time now to learn a little bit of the quick buttons, so I don't have to hopefully go as much down here. The only one that I'm missing, I should probably check out which one is the volley fire order. So this one has 2 movement range, or 2 movement points, so I can move him up. No, that's not the one that I'm looking for. He should be going into... No, not 4th. Alright, I'm really great at this, right? Is it 3? It's 2? It's 1. It's 1's the order that I'm looking for. Alright, so you should move forward, and then 1. Great. And then for this one, we're gonna move 1 forward, and get him into 1. Then I'm gonna move this one, kind of cover this way. And we've got these guys, I'm gonna move them forward. And for now, it's gonna take a while for the cannon to get up, so I'm gonna put you on the hill. Should allow you to open fire above my own troops. And there we go. We've moved all of those into position. I'm gonna move the cannon now, as it's making its way towards these lines. Another thing that's gonna be important here is to go into fired will for the front line, so that we are able to fire upon the enemy. We've got these guys, which there's a... Oh, for some reason I thought there was a slight hill there. Oh, I have no orders remaining now. Right, let's go ahead and end turn. See what happens. Ooh, the cavalry moves really close up to our lines. However, the question is now if, with all these fired will orders, we had a total of 4 regiments all firing simultaneously, destroying that cavalry unit. So that didn't go too well for them. If we take a look at the enemy's position right now, damn, these regiments are big with the 6 companies instead of 4. Right, so they got a lot of troops coming down this road. They got a lot here. They got a lot here, but it looks like they have gone all into fired will mode. So they're expecting to just hold there. And we have a little bit of cavalry moving on this side, but nothing near what they would need. And the thing is, right now, I'm not too worried about time. So we've got quite a few turns left, and I can get my artillery up here, and we can start blasting. I kind of want this broken regiment in town, so I'm gonna bring up this one to reserve, and then start bringing it out to the side. So we extend the line that way, and I'm thinking we're gonna do something similar over here, where this broken one will move into this, and then these two together will be moving towards the hill. But the priority is mainly to hold the front line, bombard them with the artillery, and then as we soften them up, then we move forward. We're gonna move far on the flank here. It's probably good to move directly into line there, in case this guy moves forward. And then we're just gonna move, get everyone into the fire at will order again. You fired, but you still had fire at will. Right, looks good. Let's go ahead and end turn. They do not want to cross the field, but they're mobilizing a lot of troops to set up right in the field here. And they move the cavalry forward over here. Right, I want to move you out to the side. And then to fire at will. And now we've got the cannons up. We'll be able to set them up next turn, and then hopefully start being able to fire. Now then, they moved a lot of troops from over here, so it might be that they're trying to move on this side. So I'm gonna move up onto the hill, and then you're gonna be moving up there, and you will be moving into there. And then I'll move the cavalry next to you and put you at fire at will, and you're already at fire at will. Maybe I put you in an angle, maybe. No. That looks fine. Let's go ahead and end turn. Let's see what they do. Okay, so they are moving in to range. They got fired by here, destroyed. So since they already have lost quite a bit of companies, they're all very susceptible to my fire. We've seen two cavalries trying to make it forward, but since they were held back for so long, my line, it extends through the entire bit here in between the two lakes. So in that sense, the enemy doesn't stand much of a chance moving forward. Here we got another one moving in to the range. The thing is, they're not moving. If they moved everyone forward, they might be able to use a company here or there to soak up some of this fire, and then the rest would be able to fire back. But at this point, they've lost 20%. Also, I don't know why they're not having the bigger companies move first, the big ones, to soak up a lot of damage. All three of the ones that moved forward so far have been broken regiments. Now the enemy finds itself in a very bad position. Next turn, I will be able to start firing with the cannon, and I think as that starts, we will God damn it, it doesn't matter. There's no one coming that way. As that happens, I will start moving the line forward, and we'll start to pepper these guys. Even though they haven't done that well so far, they still have some strong units here. So with 2 guard units that can fire twice with deadly ammo. So that's deadly, very deadly right here. They have brought up their artillery. They haven't deployed them yet. Yeah, and they have strong units up here. Let's move through quickly. We have some units moving into our range, getting shot at. Okay, now is when my cannons start to roar. And I feel like the cavalry is not an important target. I'm gonna be firing on this to start off with my cannons. And since they don't have gone into fired will up here, I'm gonna move forward. I think I can even be bold enough to move the cavalry all the way up here, and then fire both my shots into the cannon and destroy that. We're gonna hold the line for now. I am not intending to move on the enemy just yet, but we'll see here as the artillery bombardment goes in. And my cavalry moves forward, we will be moving our troops forward. So great shot there. Now they moved out of range, and we fired on the other one, but that's just as well. We have another cavalry regiment that broke down. My cavalry gets fired at will from all the way up there. I didn't see that one coming, but never mind, because I was able to shoot down their cannons. We have strong positions here where we have really good range onto this side, and now it's our turn to really strike home. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat the cavalry, so I don't want to lose them. Then I'm going to move up the infantry on this side. I'm going to fire into the back of this guy. Then this regiment will fire. And then once more I will try and soften up the enemy by artillery bombardment. This unit obviously isn't going to move forward, so I'm just going to fire. Actually, now I've got way too many units actually firing on this guy. And it's kind of holding me back. Oh, I can fire here. You know what? I do not need to move forward just yet. Next turn, we have wiped these out, hopefully. Then I can move this one further up. This one, this one, this one. So we have 4 regiments moving forward. Well, that'd be good. Let's go ahead and end turn. So my cavalry's moving back. And I want to see what kind of movements the enemy does. They fire on this one, which already was weakened. And they fire on it again, opening up for him to be destroyed, if it weren't for the fact that they have no one supporting this unit. And unsurprisingly, he falls. This unit was able to take a lot of damage. Also note here that the enemy has moved off the hill, so I will be able to move forward quite well here. And it's only really one unit that has moved into fire at will, so that's the only one I kinda need to worry about. So now I will be starting to move forward. You will move forward and fire, getting rid of this one. Then you will move up, and I wish you to be fired further, but we'll just go for fire at will for you. Then you will start your movements. Currently they can fire on nothing, so they will just be moving forward. You will be firing on that one, and then I will be focusing in the artillery shots on that one. And over here we've got 2 units moving in. I'm thinking you will turn like this now, and then fire at will. If he moves forward, he gonna get destroyed. You move out of the village. You will take part in this by moving, probably actually changing position with these, and then these 2 will switch here, and then we can move forward. I have 9 movement orders left. Maybe we should try and get the cavalry to come around the flank, be able to move up at the end there and get some cheeky shots in the rear. Let's go ahead and end turn. See if the enemy is able to respond. One thing here, the enemy has yet to deploy their cannons for some reason. Oh, now I should have ordered this regiment to fire at this one, because he would be firing on the unit that replaced it, right? I'm pretty sure. They're trying to deploy towards going on the flank, which seems foolish now since their front line is basically breaking apart. And they keep moving troops here, which I don't see why. And look at that. With that, there's nothing currently here. And they're all kind of bunched up in a large column here. God awful position for the enemy. Yeah, he's able to fire there. I'm gonna go ahead and fire twice. Now the problem is I've been so effective in this area that the cannon has nothing to fire at. I want you to move forward. You're gonna go into fired well. You're gonna move forward. You're gonna move on edge. You're gonna fire that way. You're gonna move forward. You've got nothing to fire on. The thing is, if I turn the artillery now slightly to that side, we're not gonna be able to fire on these. And it'll take too long to redeploy, so I'll just go for the open battery, even though it's not as good. But now at least I will be able to take part in aiding this a little bit. I definitely don't want to get shot at by these guys, so I'm gonna retreat the cavalry just below the ridge. And oh, I can in fact fire from here, so we'll fire twice. And we keep moving forward there. And I don't want to lose any companies, so I'm not going to move this guy forward. He has nothing to fire on anyways. And with that, let's end turn. They continue forward. Wipe this regiment out. We get hit as we move forward, but they're all stacked, so they're not going to be able to do anything on me. He fires again on this one, but yet again, there's no one else there to back him up. Not that we do a lot of damage as we start to fire here. Now he goes into line. And let's see what happens over here. So we destroy that one. Nice. Okay, let's see. Can you fire? No. Okay. Then what I want to do is have you move that way. And then you move that way, and you will fire twice. And then you fire. And then in this guy, one regiment will go this way and fire on these. The other one will go this. Fire on that. You will fire there. And you will move into here. And then you will fire from there. Now you might be surprised, why wasn't he bogged down? Well, I've got the ability to allow him not to be bogged down. And then I'll set the artillery to fire twice on this unit in the back. And I'm not going to move the cavalry forward. Wait, he can't shoot me at the back here. So what I can do is I can move forward. And I can set myself to fire well in case he wants to... go up and get fired upon. With that, let's end turn. So we start by moving there, then next unit will move, he will fire. Okay, he doesn't move up on the hill, but he moves so in a way that I can actually move the cavalry up here. The question is, it's probably better to charge than to shoot there. Let's see how they do in this, on the houses here. He's going to be hit 3 times. And will it be enough? We take a lot, but nowhere near to actually start doing proper damage on him. They do not have a lot left. Where is it most important that I start to fire? I feel like this one is the important one to destroy. And I'm gonna focus in a lot of fire on him. Then we're gonna focus in on these. And then... Well, you know what? You have 2 shots, don't you? And let's see. Should I dare? I would move like that and fire. Right. Let's start the attack. The final bit. Now they can focus in and actually do some damage on this one if he is able to fire, which I don't think he is. Oh, they're moved into line now. I wonder why. They were doing pretty well in loose formation, or in skirmish formation. Now they're just taking more damage. Oh, they moved into line to block the cavalry. My cavalry was able to fire upon them. Charge, could that work? Or should I retreat? Might be better just not risking it. And just move away. Play it safe. Well, now they're truly screwed, aren't they? I think 2 shots from this one should be enough. Let's go with 3 and then have you and the cannon focus in on these guys, and then all these shots. Let's see. You can fire twice. And then you will be moving forward, and you will fire. And you can also fire twice. Right. Let's go ahead and end turn. So let's see if the cavalry gets away before they get shot at, and they do. I was a little bit worried that they wouldn't be able to get them there. Then they did, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. That was a pretty good idea, to fire up the flank, which could come from both sides, but it looks like he fired on the guys in the woods instead. The enemy, the AI seems to have this fetish for firing on the units in the strongest positions and not going after the ones that are in the weak ones. We're below 50%, so we did win this fight. We didn't have to go for a second day. And let's go ahead and see if this pays off. So the battle was easily won, I'd say. We didn't lose anyone in the fighting, and we killed about half their army. Half of that, more than half of that, was recovered, but still, we forced the enemy away. Now, the important bit is going to see how the enemy is following this up, because I'm expecting an attack from the north. And I wonder then if this army will be able to go back and reinforce this one, or if I'll just have to rely on these two to fight this next battle. We get supplies into this area, and now we have also surrounded this area, which is good. However, I don't think that will be my main point here. Instead, I would then take my army to strike this one, because I have a possibility here of absolutely destroying this one. And this is the biggest one. So it's got 3 cavalry, 7 infantry and 1 cannon. That's a lot of units to wipe out. But, you know, I could easily end up in a situation where they move forward, take this very important position, and suddenly I'm screwed on a completely different level. We're gonna go ahead and end turn. And, yeah, I don't need to move anyone. I still don't know why this one isn't resupplying. Anyways, end turn, and what will the enemy bring to the table? Okay, so we are back with Toba-Fushimi. I am able to add reinforcements, and I can add the Sachiro army to come in. I can add both actually, but that will be unnecessary. I feel like I only need the Sachiro army. But the key thing here will be then to fight a battle that will last until the Sachiro army arrives on the second day. Let's hope for night then, as we fight the 256th Battle of Toba-Fushimi. I've already prepared by moving into this strong position next to the bridge. The enemy is coming on in the same old fashion. Now the key bit is going to be to watch out for this gun right here. Now we have lured it forward for us to kill before, so hopefully we'll be able to do something similar. But they could just as well deploy it way out here and gun us down. Doesn't look like they wanted to move that far, so let's go and end turn until the bullets start flying. They are now within range of our guns. They have deployed the Gatling guns, but they have deployed them too far back. They're sending some units onto the flank, but at this point we're halfway through the day. And for the second day, the Sachiro army will arrive, and they have no shot whatsoever of getting through our defenses once they arrive. We're gonna go ahead and fire here. Since they're bunched up here, I really want to make sure that I put the hurt on them. So I'm gonna move up this regiment as well. So we will be firing 4 times into this. Let's go ahead and see what kind of damage we do. So we start off, good hit, they fire back. Ooh, this one moved into there and got bogged down. They're deploying this one, but now he will get hit. And also, the regiments are blocking the Gatling gun currently, so they're not even getting that through. We'll do another round of double volleys. And let's see. No, he's nowhere close. Let's go ahead and see if we can't destroy this regiment as well. What are they doing? Oh, now they've moved up the Gatling gun, so now it's on the behind there in this regiment. Oh, they've all been shot down. And now he's clearly within range. He's gonna get destroyed. There's no way he'll be able to fire before I do. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Will he be able to fire the Gatling gun? No, they decide to move troops instead, the first thing they do. And the Gatling guns get gunned down. However, now I note that they have been able to move cavalry into my flank. And they're starting to get closer with some infantry over here. Clearly this unit is not needed on the front line just now. So we will go ahead and slightly change the position. The cavalry will move into this part. You will be moving into here. Fired well, and then this one will actually turn around and do fired well this way, just in case the cavalry comes within range. And we might do as well with fired well for this cavalry. Right, let's go out and an end. So even though they're now slowly encircling us, I've got such a strong position. The only thing they're encircling me is really doing right now is allowing me to fire ever which direction I want, and I will be hitting enemies. That cavalry has moved up from behind and is readying itself to get utterly destroyed. Meanwhile, the enemy is not moving forward one bit at all. So I'm contemplating here, I could possibly get a pretty cheeky maneuver going where we could hit this one. This, you do not, yeah, you will have to move through here because you do not have the ability to move. Yeah, oh wait, you do. No, you don't. You do not have the ability to move through difficult terrain and still be able to move. Right, let's end turn. And cavalry destroyed. You moved in there. Then you move around here and fire. Get rid of that one. Now the question is about going after this one, since it's a single unit, could be easier. So why don't we prepare the infantry to cross the bridge and take the cavalry with you in support. We'll put them into column. I might be able to win this the first day. I might not need the Sachudo army to come in and aid me. Fast forward through here. Boom, the cannon's gone. Now I don't want to stay here, so we're gonna quickly move back. Let's see, cavalry moving through. Quickly moving through there. And then we'll get to engage with this unit. Boom. And off we go. Here's a fired well, but they're also in attack column, so their fire will be... Oh, we marched past each other. Interesting. Important bit here will be to fire on these as soon as possible. And then the cavalry come up here, and you know what? I feel like... Can I go ahead and bayonet charge him? Okay, clearly not. What is... Why doesn't it want to... Oh yeah, because he's... Oh, because he's in column. Right. I'll have to go into line if I want to do anything. Okay, so it's gonna be relying on him alone. These aren't moving forward, so I guess we'll move these units to possibly go for this guy, but at this time and hour, we have our best opportunity to kill off this regiment here, and then we'll have to deal with the other three in the next day. So let's see what he does. We turn. Oh, he charges. Were we able to fire? Looks like they suffered quite heavily going through. So I still have 4 companies. They only have 2. It might be that I'm starting to lose some companies in this. Yeah, but they're losing faster. And that's about it. There won't be anything more done this day. So we'll just end turn and let the melee play out. And we will be victorious here. Here we are on the second day. I've decided not to even fully mobilize the entire army. I'm feeling confident with these 4 regiments, the cavalry and the artillery moving up. So let's go ahead and start deploying these forces. I'm gonna deploy this guy on his own. And then move into line. Then you into line. You... oh, not both. Just want one. And I want you like that, moving into line, and then you into line. Cannons along the road. Cavalry will now start making its way up the back. And then we'll put fire on will on all of these. And then I've used up all orders. These deploy into line. It's too far away for us to shoot on him, so nothing's really gonna take place this day. Time to see about deploying the artillery. I'm gonna move the cavalry along this route. Cavalry cannons will be set up here, and they will be able to fire then up through this area, which will be good. These were not set to fire at will. We want to keep that line open as well. You can probably move through here, right? But you won't be able to fire on the enemy. You will be moving like this. Right, that looks good. Opens up for the cannon, and then we have the regiments moving on the sides. We got fire will going there before we end the turn. Now it's important here to you're gonna have to turn, fire, fire. The thing is, it's gonna take a turn for the cannon to deploy, so I'm gonna move up in the way of the cannon. So we're gonna bring the regiments back in. Now everyone's firing on him. Cavalry. Could be dangerous moving them this far forward, but we'll do it. And end turn. Now they got so many companies in this that even if... ooh, now when he moves like that, he's gonna get, yeah, he's gonna get a back hit. Okay, now I'm more confident that we might actually destroy him. Because of the way, if he'd stayed in position, he would have suffered a lot less. But there we go, we destroyed him. And he wasn't able to really do anything towards me. And I'm victorious! That was all that was needed. I only needed to take out that big regiment. And you know what? I've played the Battle of Toba-Fushimi so many times. And clearly, I could have just moved a lot earlier. Clearly. I do not know why I was so worried about it. But yeah, we've got victory. Here's the result of the battle. High casualties on the enemy side, with very few recovered. We also have quite high casualties, comparatively to what we usually do. A little bit more recovered now, because we've actually set up field hospitals. We actually give a damn on those that get wounded. But yeah, this looks very good right now. And we have the end of turn British military intervention. Great news, General. We are pleased to report that the British military has offered to provide us with significant assistance in the Boshin War. They have pledged to supply us with arms, ammunition and other critical resources that will greatly enhance our ability to wage this conflict. This support is a testament to the strength of our alliance and the importance of our shared interest in this region. With the backing of the British military, we are confident that we can overcome any obstacle and emerge victorious in this campaign. Well done, General! Send them to the front, which allows me to deploy British Line Infantry and the British Gurkha Legion, or put them in reserves will give me 15,000 manpower and 20 points of political influence. 15,000 manpower is insane amount of manpower. But it would be much funnier if I can move around guys in red on the field. So, even though I feel like this one is the better option, I'm gonna choose this because I want some bloody British troops. Congratulations, General! Your successful campaign is resulting in the capture of the shogunate-held city of Osaka. This significant victory has forced the shogunate to flee the city and abandon his stronghold. Wait, what? We have not taken Osaka? Or have we? Taken of Osaka. The significant victory fled the city, abandoned his stronghold. His flight marks a return point to this conflict. It's clear that our forces are now on the brink of a major triumph. The enemy is demoralized and the leadership is disarray. We must press our advantage and continue to pursue them with vigor. Shogun defectors become recruitable. I don't know if I want to recruit any of them. I don't know what they have. I guess traditional, really good traditional samurai unit possibly. Or could I get Gatling guns? I don't know. The other one, punish the captives. Tempt political influence. You know what? This one's a little bit more of a wild card, but this one doesn't give anything because I already have 100%. And tempt plus political influence is like, that doesn't do much. So I'd rather actually have the shogunate defectors. Oh, violence against foreigners. Right, now I would have needed those 15,000 troops. What happens? Restore order, minus 5,000 manpower. I don't even have 5,000 manpower. Can I even choose this then? Will I go minus? Like, we'll lose 2 people? No, 8 people out of a unit somewhere? Okay. Yeah, 0 manpower. That's not good. We have no manpower. However, I have political influence enough to actually give me 1,000 reserves. Right, so we're not completely cut off. I was hoping I'd be able to continue this and absolutely destroy them, but they build a cache there. And apparently that's all they need. I guess they're being supplied from the sea. Let's take a look here though. I want to see. Your cannon comes next turn and you will be able to bombard. Wait. Why aren't you resupplying? We'll continue to bombard this. But we don't seem to be getting anywhere quickly. The thing is, right, we seem to be holding on pretty well with just the Chosu Domain. Chosu Domain definitely needs more troops though. Chosu Domain should have... Let's see what kind of troops we can get. We can get Gurkhas, we can get British troops. Where's the defectors? These are the defectors. Shogunate defectors, yeah. This is the ones we already have. Interesting stuff. I guess the Chosu Domain will get some British troops. Wait, why did I lose my manpower? Where did that go? Was it because I bombarded the town? We don't seem to be doing anything with our bombardments. Since I don't have any manpower, I guess I can't. Yeah, I can't get any British or Gurkha troops. But I'm sure to get those soon enough. As it is right now. You know what? You could be moving. The thing is, right? I want to continue move forward, but I want to make sure that we can supply these guys with troops. Wait, last time around... Yeah, they did come with a Gatling gun. Maybe we'll just have this one support... These two support each other, because I want to push with this one. I want to start breaking the enemy down that way. Currently, you have no... your artillery will come with 1 turn, but clearly we're not getting any headway on bombarding this place, so I'd rather pursue and destroy some of these. So I will... oh, great. Can I build a depot then? Yes. So we'll have to build a depot. This became red because it's too close to... oh, that way you are receiving supplies now, because I feel like you've been a lot worse off. You were like 3-, but maybe that's what ate up my manpower. Okay, so we're still learning. Maybe that actually wasn't a good idea to move forward and build a cache there. Right, but I feel like these guys could probably defend themselves. And we move on attack here and keep pushing this one until he's destroyed. The problem, of course, here as we push forward is this one might push in afterwards. So it might be better to push on this one, because he's already broken, but he will surely receive supplies. As I move forward here anyway I move forward in this area, I will... you know what? This one should really move forward here. Because this will hold this open and allow, as this one moves further out of the way, to move back and reinforce. And this one would still be in reinforcement range of this. And that would work. Right. So, it's either the 5th... this was either the 5th video or the 2nd one. And we finally made some good headway. And we're forcing the shogunates back. Although I'm really pissed that they were able to just build a cache there and fully resupply, because I was looking forward to absolutely destroy the forward army. But with all of that said, I will say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!